What's up, everybody? I'm Darnell Little II, President and CEO of Champion Connection Inc., and welcome once again to your hour of connection with the champs. Today, I know our scenery is a little different than our past 4 weeks have been, but today, for this broadcast, I wanted to give you guys an outlook or invite you guys into the behind the scenes of our nonprofit, give you guys a little of our background and where we come from and how we started and things of that nature. Today, I have also been sent a few questions that I'm going to be answering throughout this video, so stay tuned for that. Also, just as usual, we want to invite you guys to like, comment, and share this broadcast with your friends and your groups. Okay, so we're going to get right into the questions. Our first question is how Champion Connection started. Well, today, where I am right now is my home church, Miracles of Faith Church of God in Christ, where the pastor is Pastor Kelsey Little Sr. And this is actually kind of where the nonprofit was birthed from. Fortunately, I am the youth president here, and in 2019, I started a conference known as Champion Conference, and that year, well, that was our first year, and I would say we had about close to 100 to 125 people in here max, and now we've grown to over 14,000 virtual supporters and partners over the time of this pandemic since we've been active, which is amazing to see how far we've come from in little time. But that conference that year was birthed right here. I didn't have a big team like we do now. I didn't have a board of directors like we do now. It was just me and about 4 other individuals from the youth department of my church that helped me get that thing off of the ground, and majority of them still work or support us in some capacity today. So that is a little background on how Champion Connection started. The next question is, what is Champion Connection Inc.? Well, first off, we are not a church. We are a nonprofit organization. I am not a senior pastor, and I do not plan to be one anytime soon, at least 4 years from now. Let me graduate from college first, and then we can talk about starting Champion Church. But right now, Champion Connection is not a church. We are just a nonprofit organization. We were started in October of 2020. Today, actually, we are 5 months old. So that's great. And in such little time, we have done so much, which is amazing. And it shows that it shows God's hand of approval upon our organization and the people that make up the organization. Our organization is led by 6 board of directors. Right now, I am the CEO and president of Champion Connection. Our vice chairman of Ecclesiastical Services and Protocol is Mario Thurgood, who also serves as our vice president. Then we have our secretary, which is Bethany Thurgood, who also serves as a board of directors member. Then we have our treasurer, Judy Little, who also serves as a board of directors member. Then we have Philip Gilliam, who is newly engaged, so we do want to congratulate him today on tonight's broadcast, but he is also a board of directors member. And then we have lastly Jamarin Little, who is also a board of directors member. And then all together from department heads, singers, musicians, our media personnel, we have about 20 people all together on staff, including all of us. As we grow, we plan to have more, but right now for our Genesis season, I feel as though that is a great start of number of people to get the vision on board. Our key main focuses for this nonprofit is to provide resources in financial literacy, media, and ministry. Mainly, everybody knows us right now for the ministry side of our organization. Right now, we're broadcasting to you from a ministry network. But however, as we are progressing into the future, we are in the works of implementing certain things that cater to our other 2 main initiatives for this organization, which is media and financial literacy. The plan, the vision, or the so-called end goal for Champion Connection is to build a campus called Champion Campus. Some may be wondering, what is the vision for that? Okay, so to break it down, give you a little short version of it. First, we plan to, on Champion Campus will house what will be known as Champ Care. Champ Care will be a very great foundational program or daycare center for infants and toddlers. And then I feel as though that Champ Care will open the door for us to start Champion Collegiate, which will be a grade school from 1st to 12th grade that will prepare our students for Ivy League curriculum so that they can graduate with their high school diploma and go on to schools as Yale, Princeton, Harvard, all those types of schools of that nature. Then during the summertime, these parents at Champion Collegiate will need a program or a center to look after their children while still keeping their brains sharp and active during the summertime. And that will open the door for us to start Camp Champion, which will be a summer and spring break camp that will cater to interests of these students, and they can learn from and have experience with successful individuals in their areas of interest. Then eventually, once they graduate from Champion Collegiate and graduate from their respective universities and colleges, we plan that most of them will be entrepreneurs, millionaires and billionaires, educators, doctors, politicians, and then they'll all need a center for reunions and conferences and things of that nature. And this will help us break ground on what will be known as Champion Center, which will be a state-of-the-art convention center in the area. We plan for it to be in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, where our organization is currently headquartered. And then from that conference, many will want to get that experience on a weekly basis, and then this will help start what will be known as Champion Church, which Champion Center will be the home of. So that is the plan, the vision for Champion Connection. I know it seems so big and so huge, but I believe that it can be done. I believe that God would not give me the vision if He wasn't going to prepare me and place people and individuals in my life and on my team that will help me get the job done, because there are many out there that will be impacted in a positive way based off of what it is that we have envisioned for this nonprofit. The next question is, what made you want to start Champion Connection? Well, like I previously stated about the things that we plan to do on Champion Campus, I plan for most of that to be catered to middle and low class families, because they don't really have the resources to these things, such as people who may grow up with a father who's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Their father has the connects to the people in their area of interest, but these middle and low class families don't always have those same opportunities. So I want to bring all of that to them, to their community, so that they can have just as much of the opportunity to be successful as the next person. Yeah, that's basically what made me want to start the organization. The next question is, well, the next thing that we have right now is that Champion Campus will also be a one-stop shop for parents. Like I stated before, we will have the Champ Care, Champion Collegiate, the Camp Champion. One parent can drop all their kids off at one place in the morning as they're trying to hustle and bustle to get to their job. So that's the conveniency of Champion Campus. And then also, I haven't seen this being done in my area per se. I haven't seen it. If you've seen it, you can type it down in the comments. But I really haven't seen this, all of this compacted into one thing done in my area. So that's also what motivated me to do it. The next question is, was the process long to start your nonprofit? You do have to have patience if you want it done the correct way. Many have asked me questions concerning starting a nonprofit and things of that nature, since they've seen what we've done in such a short time frame with Champion Connection. And the one thing that I always advise everybody to do is to get legal counsel. Find you a firm that specializes in nonprofits. That's what I did. I'm not going to name the firm that I use because they aren't writing me a check for free publicity. So I'm not going to name them. But if you do your research, you will find that there are people out there who specialize in this, and they will do it correctly. And that's the thing. That's what I wanted. I wanted everything for this organization done correctly and in order, to have all of our legal documents filed correctly and things of that nature. So I definitely do suggest getting you legal counsel and researching a firm that specializes in nonprofits. Then the other question was, how much money will you need? It depends. It varies, because I know, like, the firm that I use, they had different packages that came with a certain amount of things for a certain amount of price. However, you do want the best for your company, so you should invest heavily in your company, because it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. So I certainly and highly suggest investing into your company so that you can have the proper documents and things needed that will save you money in the long run. But it definitely varies, so I can't give you a certain amount of money that it will cost, just like I can't give you a certain time frame that it would take, because there's a certain time frame for different documents. Like, I know when we were waiting on our 501c3, it took about 90 days. But however, with this pandemic and things of that nature, people are short-staffed and people are getting sick and having to be gone from work, or that slows down their work process. So all of that varies too in this time. But I will say, right now during the pandemic, it's the best time to get all of that done. So by the time whenever this pandemic is deemed officially over, you'll be able to shoot off and do what it is that you guys have vision and plan, because you would have had the time during the pandemic when everybody was down and at home and kind of relax and things of that nature, to plan and grind and get your thoughts and ideas written out and planned how you're going to execute it. So I definitely do suggest, if you are considering doing it, do it now. Get it started now. Get the process started now. The next question is, what is there to look forward to right now during the pandemic concerning Champion Connection? Well, we are actually expanding. Our board just approved about 2 weeks ago for us to expand into regions and chapters. Right now, we have voted on starting we have to have a Hampton Roads region, because that is the headquarters of our nonprofit. So we're starting a Hampton Roads region, and then we are also starting a Richmond/Petersburg region, which I am very excited about. And then we are also starting a chapter in Atlanta, where I'm actually located now for college. So those are the three areas that we are expanding right now. Hopefully later on we can expand even further, because the plan right now is to see how this chapter goes in Atlanta, to see if we want to move forward with expanding our organization to the state of Georgia. Also, we are currently receiving applications, and we are considering certain individuals for positions as directors and assistant directors and secretaries for these regions. So if you are interested, you can go to championconnect.org and go to become a partner and put in your information, and then you can email us at championconference@gmail.com and put in the subject bar regional director request or things of that, or assistant director or secretary, whichever one per se that you are interested in, and you can upload a resume, and you can put in comments or whatever you feel is needed. But yes, so we are expanding into regions and chapters. Also, what you can look forward to from us is our Young Adult Weekly Prayer Lives that we are starting on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Both of those are Champion Connection Inc. on Facebook and YouTube on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. We are starting those. I don't remember exactly right now which date it is that we're starting. So by the time this premieres, we'll be putting it down in the comments which date that is. But we are starting that on a weekly basis, and I'm excited about that because we will be having, we're planning to have like different people, guests and things of that nature come on there and pray, have different prayer facilitators and intercessors to come on and pray during our Wednesday lives at 5 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And once again, that is Champion Connection Inc. on both of those. Also, we are planning, I was just actually talking to the committee right before I record this video, not too long, about Champion Conference 2021. We are definitely having a Champion Conference this year where there has to be fully virtual or we can have a limited amount of people in person. Regardless, we're still having the conference this year, and I'm excited about that. Last year we weren't able to have it, and I was just so heartbroken. I was to the point where we were ready to sign contracts with the convention hotel and everything, but everything happens for a reason. But we were able to take this time during this pandemic to actually effectively plan and strategize for what we want to do this year. And I'm excited about this year for the different tracks and sessions that we plan to have, because now we can implement things like discussions about financial literacy and media and how to do ministry effectively during the pandemic. What type of equipment you need to invest in to have a nice clean live stream, what not to do during your service to keep the interest of your audience during this pandemic, things of that nature. So that's why I'm excited most about the Champion Conference is the sessions and things that we'll be able to have this year, because you won't be able just to leave on a spiritual high, but you'll be able to leave actually gaining wisdom and knowledge to be successful in the world. So I'm excited about Champion Conference 2021, and then the individuals that we are planning to have a part and things of that nature. I'm very excited about that, and you can begin to see content concerning the Champion Conference as soon as late March. I said late March. Early April, because we plan for the conference to take place in June this year. So yes, that's one thing that I'm very excited about is our Champion Conference 2021. The next question is how to support and connect. You can actually go to our website to find out more about our organization at championconnect.org. Once again, that is championconnect.org. I'm sure it's showing on the screen right now. Or you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can follow us once again on Facebook and YouTube at Champion Connection Inc. Or you can follow us on Instagram at Champion Connection Inc. _ or is it? No, it's Champion Connection _ my bad, y'all. Yes, and then you can also, if you would like to send us any monetary gifts or letters or things of that nature, you can send it at P.O. Box 6022 Chesapeake, Virginia, area code 23323. Also, the ways to give on Cash App is $Champion Connection, or you can give on PayPal at Champion Connection, or once again, you can give via mail at P.O. Box 6022 Chesapeake, Virginia, and the area code is 23323. Well, that's all that I have for you guys today concerning questions and information concerning Champion Connection. Once again, I know that this broadcast set was a little different than usual what you're used to from us. However, I didn't think it was fair that we keep on coming to you every week, squalling and hollering at you, and you not know any background about who we are and where we come from. So I wanted to take this time today to kind of slow it down and let you guys know more about us on a deeper spectrum. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast today. I hope you got something out of it today that is effective and and that you will be able to implement in your daily life as you go on to do what it is that the Lord has given you to give to the world and impact the world in a positive way. Let's close with a prayer. Lord, I pray that you bless every viewer tonight, Lord, I ask that you would give them every desire of their heart. Lord, I ask that you would give them vision and insight on what it is that you have given them to do, what the purpose is that you have given them to do in this life, Lord. Lord, I ask that every person that watches this video, Lord, no matter what it is that is worrying them right now, no matter what it is that is hurting them right now, Lord, I ask that you would lift every weight off of their shoulders right now. Lord, I ask that you would deliver them right now from anything that they are not strong enough to pray for deliverance themselves from. Lord, I ask that you would touch, keep, and protect every person under the sound of my voice right now, and we'll continue to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise that is due your name. Amen. Once again, I'm Darnell Little II, and I thank you for joining us again, and God bless you, and I pray that the Lord will continue to bless you and keep you.